Hey you guys, what's up? This is Brandon and this is my review of Luca. I just sat down and watched this movie tonight and I've got to tell you, it was a delight. I liked this movie a lot and I didn't know what to expect going into it. You know, a movie being made during the pandemic while all the workers are at home. I didn't know how well it was going to be, how well they could coordinate with each other to make a good Pixar movie. And I thought this was a good Disney Pixar movie. And I don't know where it ranks as far as my ranking of Disney Pixar, all-time Disney Pixar movies, but it's definitely up there. I do think this was a good movie. It had a good message to it. It had heart. It had soul, no pun intended, to the last Pixar movie. I thought it was good. I thought it was better than the last Pixar movie, Soul. I thought this was really good. It's about a sea monster named Luca, and he lives in the sea with his family and his other sea monsters, and he's curious about what the surface is like. You know, he has this misconstrued notion that the surface is just full of monsters, that humans up on the surface are monsters. So one day he meets this other sea monster named Alberto, and Alberto drags him up onto the surface, pretty much against his will. And he ends up liking the surface, noticing that it's not bad. It's not what all his parents told him it was. It wasn't as dangerous as his parents told him it was. And he ends up liking the surface, but he tries to keep it from his parents. He doesn't want his parents to know that he's going up to the surface, so he's got to try and hide it from them. And he gets this connection with Alberto on the surface, and his parents eventually end up getting worried about him, but his parents find out that he goes to the surface, and they're planning on sending him deep into the sea to live with his uncle, because they don't want him to get into trouble. They don't want him to go to the surface anymore. They want him to live deep in the sea with his uncle so he can't get in trouble anymore. So he goes up to the surface and stays up on the surface to live with Alberto and get a Vespa, because his friend Alberto saw a Vespa and he thinks it's the coolest thing in the world, and you can ride all around the world in this Vespa. So they want to get together, win this race in somewhere in Italy, to get a Vespa and basically travel the world together. So that's what the story is about, basically. He's up on what they call human town, I guess, where all the humans live, and they got to basically coexist with these humans without the humans finding out that they're sea monsters, and without his parents finding out that he is there living with the humans. And all this time also, while he's trying to win a Vespa in this big race, and if he wins the race, he wins money and he can buy a Vespa and travel throughout the world with his friend. And along the way, he makes friends, he makes enemies, things happen. And I think it's a well-told story. It's a story of friendship. It's a story of betrayal. It's a story of trust. It's a story of loving your family. It's a story of letting go. It's a story of conquering your fears. It's got all that in it, and I think it's great. I think it's great. The animation, and this in 4K, was beautiful. It was beautiful. The effects of it were beautiful. A lot of the times, my eyeballs were being burnt out of my sockets watching this movie because it was so bright and vibrant on my 75-inch big boy 4K TV. It was just amazing. But the story being told here, and I thought it was great. And towards the end, with what happens, it conveys conquering your fears, basically. The ending, I feel like, is about conquering your fears and also letting go as well. And if you saw the ending, you know what I mean. Conquering your fears from Luca's standpoint and letting go from his parents' standpoint. I don't want to give too much away, but I think it's a good movie. It's, about building friendship and, that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's basically about him being up in human land with his friend Alberto, them trying to coexist with humans without the humans finding out that they're sea monsters. Him trying to live up there without his parents also finding out about it. Him also trying to win this race to win race money to buy a Vespa. And also in this town, everybody, you know, they're trying to find the local sea monsters. Everybody in this town trying to find local sea monsters. When they find them, they want to kill them and get money. So there's also a kind of a background sort of tension because, you know, at any time, Luca and Alberto could be caught if they so much as get wet. They could be exposed to these people on land as sea monsters and they could be in deep trouble. And I think it's a very good movie. I really enjoyed Luca. I had a good time with it. I would definitely recommend it. I don't know where it falls in my tier of Pixar movies, and I've got to sit down and maybe I'll make a tier list one of these times. Maybe I'll make a tier list one of these times soon of Disney Pixar movies and where it ranks. But I definitely enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it a lot. I'm going to give Luca an A. I thought it was a very good movie, and yeah. Very good, and the ending is a bit sad and sappy, but you know you like it, and you know it's sad, but it's also happy at the same time. So, if you've seen Luca, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed Luca. Also, if this is your first time viewing, please click that subscribe button for more. This is Brandon. Thanks for watching. Peace.